Hey, am I audible? Guys, am I audible? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Quickly. Yeah, my system got logged off. Let me quickly log into the Zerodha account. Right, so that everyone can see. Okay. First of all, how many of you all have done good trading today? Tata came in the morning and Bank Nifty. How many of you all had done good trades? I hope everyone was profitable. Are you guys able to see my screen? Is the screen visible? Quickly. Okay, wait. For some reason, the video that I have posted, right, is not going through. Wait. I will quickly repost the link. Let me just delete this one. Hey, hi Manideep. Yeah, I don't know, that link had some issue. My system actually shut down. The system shut down and then cool. Are you guys now able? Hey, good afternoon. We'll quickly open the charts. So first of all, right, I hope everyone had a good start to the morning. We personally did two trades, right? One was on Tata Chemicals and the other one we have done on Bank Nifty. Personally, we had good days, right? We had a good day in the market. Perfect, guys, perfect. Yeah, the system actually shut down. It's not getting restored. Let me quickly put the charts, right? So there were a couple of queries on the group ID today, on the support ID. First one was people, and let more people join. I will quickly brief everyone, right? I personally feel that focus on learning is actually getting into earning, which is where I am slightly surprised. But it's okay, we'll address it. Yeah, so everyone has joined, right? More or less people have joined now. So guys, couple of things, right? Let me just start by addressing them. See, when we started this channel, right, it was all about learning that people can do through the various things that we are bringing in, right? In terms of, see, again, on in the live video, right, no one gets people to trade, right? We are doing live trading with people. Second thing is, none of the live videos, right, actually talk about the depth of the analysis, right? But we are doing it for free. The idea was, let everyone learn and earn with us, right? Let everyone learn and earn with us. But the important thing was, I always wanted people to learn first, right? Now what is happening, right, people are actually treating this as a earning thing, so the learning bit has actually completely gone for a toss. I personally received so many messages on the support ID, right, where people have been asking us to post our calls, entry and exit. Entry I am posting because I want people to look at the chart patterns and learn along with me. What I don't want people to do is See, I will manage risk and give it to you. I will manage risk and give it to you, right? Because for learning, right, risk management is the most important thing. But what people are also trying to do is they are trying to place their bets basis the levels that we are giving, and that also on the counter direction. On the expiry day 44,050 we had given a short. We had given a target of 43,880. There was a query on the support ID where the person actually asked, is it on spot or future? I said it doesn't matter. I have posted a call for learning purpose, and the call, if you consider spot, it has given 170 points. If you consider future, it has given 230 points. So he said, no, I am losing my profit because you are not mentioning spot or future. But then I was of an opinion that I am not liable for your losses. These are your notional losses, right? Out of your profit that you could have made, you have made less profit. So he was of an opinion, why can't you mention spot or future? I said, I am coming on YouTube. All the charts that I am sharing, everything is shared on channel, and every time it is spot. No, but why can't you mention future? He kept arguing to a point where I said, okay, boss, if you have come for learning, you need to put that effort. Why are you expecting me to put in that effort? I have not charged a single penny as a service for the service that we are providing. So that was one. The second incident today, actually someone has said, you mention your targets, someone is taking counter trades basis the targets that you are putting. And that is where I said, no, but I am not giving any counter trades. Why would I want you guys to take a counter trade if I am not suggesting it? So I found some very funny things, right, where I am surprised that people are doing all these stunts. I would not encourage you guys to do it in the live market, right? So see, it's going against the spirit of learning, right? And that is where I am worried. The channel that I had started, right, was for educational purpose, and then gradually people wanted to learn mentoring and all those things. So we are, to the mentoring students, we have clearly explained them how to take entries, trail, exits, 1:1, what is the relevance and all those things, right? And gradually, as I get time, I will also start doing it with over the YouTube videos, but the frequency of YouTube videos will not be as high as it is now, because personally, right, we will move into the second phase of learning, right, wherein I want to teach them the afternoon and end of day setups. So the, for a couple of things, right, we will have a webinar sometime next week. I would not be able to plan the over the week, right, I won't be able to plan my YouTube live sessions, right, throughout the week. In fact, I am doing one today to see if there is a setup which gets formed, right. I would do a webinar on learning later next week, but I would try and come live once more on Thursday or Friday and see if we can generate some trades basis the setup. I won't be able to come live every day, guys, right? I won't be able to come live every day. Hello Navneet uncle, hi. So yeah, no, I'm not disheartened, just that I will have to see now this week and next week, right, I have to actually sit with my mentees and teach them the afternoon and evening session, evening as in the end of the Bank Nifty session. So I'll be sitting with them on the live market, right? So that is where I won't be able to do YouTube sessions, right, because the timings are clashing there. Yeah. Cool. Now first thing, right, how many of you all were confident of taking a long trade today? Forget whatever calls we had given, right? How many of you all were able to see? Again, directionally, I have for people who have reached out to me in person also, I said I am not looking at the market going short. Now see, let's understand it from the psychology of buyers and sellers, right? See, look at the daily chart, guys, and again try to correlate it with my analysis also, right, that I have given in the daily sessions, right? A fall, no, doesn't happen like this. See, this is not a candle for fall. This candle, right, is not a good candle for fall. Why is it not a good candle? In a fall, in a selling market, right, you should get a big red candle like this, right? A candle which is forming like this is not a seller's candle, right? Again, important learning point, it is not a seller's candle. Why is it not a seller's candle? Because here This is where the sellers psychologically tried to push the market up, but the buyers bought the instrument and actually took it upside, right? So it's creating hammer. Followed by this was a candle where I was suspecting if the sellers will come, and again if you see, right, no follow up candle, one candle. So when you are actually in a rising trend, right, all the dip get bought to create a new high, right? This inside candle actually gave me a confidence that market will actually go up tomorrow, right? Definitely it will not go in one line. Bullish markets are very painful because you don't get big candles upside. But what we need to understand is when the market trend is bullish, you have to try to buy at supports. So if you read my morning analysis, right, what did I say? In the first 15 minutes, right, in the opening range, if the market is consolidating near this range 44 170 180 to 44,000, and then it breaks out, it will give you a good movement. So if you see, right, this place I was not interested to go long. I said once let the market consolidate, right? Market consolidated at the dip. If you see this opening candle is not getting taken out, what should you do? You should buy it at support, right? You should buy it at support. This is where we gave a trade above VWAP. When it went, it gave you a good movement, right? Again I am saying till the lows are getting taken. I'll just delete the drawings, guys. Is this understood? I hope this. See guys, again the intent of the session is to help you guys be independent traders and take away something from the channel which you can independently practice and trade. Yeah. So if you see here, right, again the market actually is not, it is not in a mood to fall. See, don't try to draw this trend line. Many people have done this mistake. They are thinking this fall will come. No, this is a liquidity which is getting created. If market falls here, right, in this range, if the market is not breaking down, right, this range, right, there is no trade downside, right, there is no trade downside. The reason is, see, look at, okay, where does a market usually take support? Always the closing candle, right? Because market is opened by amateurs, closed by professionals. Swing highs, because that is where the sellers had come earlier. Now that the market has closed above it, swing highs become a flip area. Flip area because from here now the sellers who were selling have now closed their position. If you go back to that house, right, no one is interested to be a guest here. So that is where this entire zone now will become a difficult point for sellers to penetrate, at least for an intraday. So rather than searching for these kind of selling opportunity, you always look at a buying opportunity at support, right? Guys, is the logic understood of why I am buying at support and not selling at resistance right now? Yeah. The other thing, right, interestingly, if you see, these guys have not taken out the VWAP, right? These guys have not taken out the VWAP, right? The VWAP got broken out. After that, there are a couple of candles which have tried to penetrate this, right? Now, if your put rate has to be activated, right, you will need, so these are the three candles above VWAP, right? Wait, let me draw a trend line. See, now think of it from an option seller standpoint. Put seller, right, sold here. This is way above. He has sold here 1, 2 and 3, right? Do you find any correlation in three prices? No, there is no trend line, there is no horizontal line, right? So ideally if I have to make profit, right, I need a solid body closing above 385. I need a solid body closing above 385 to 390, and then at a retest of VWAP I will buy it because my stop loss will be, yes, I will have to see, Chirag, but let's focus on this one. What mentorship side I will have to look at it, it is separate, right? Now wait, this is not getting updated, right? So clearly my spot chart is always taking a support, right? Now let's look at VIX, right? So spot is not giving me any indication, right? is VIX pointing out to something that my spot chart is not suggesting, right? Again, the VIX, right, yesterday's low, and don't look at this freak downward movements, right? Just look at the bodies of this, right? Is it going up? Is it going down? It is going down. That means there is no panic in the market. Understood? Not understood? There is no panic in the market. If there is no panic in the market till this point is taken out, right, your volatility will not increase. If the volatility is continuously dipping, right, you are still looking at buying calls, right? You are still looking at buying calls. So the spot chart is saying one story. VIX is kind of more or less in sync with that story. Now let's look at the story of the component chart, right? So component charts. So first let's look at 6 components put together, and then we can see if there is something that the market is also trying to tell us. HDFC, till it breaks this, it will try to take a support. Kotak, right, is actually coming near the Kotak is actually at a surprising, it's moving the market down right now, but it is still at support, neutral to at support. ICICI, the other component which is as big as HDFC, is actually pulling the market up. Along with ICICI, Axis is going up. This pair is going up, this pair is neutral to at support, this pair is also hitting the support, right? Axis, if you remember, I had said it has a resistance at 589, 590 now, but it is again at a support, and IndusInd is already bullish. So if you look at everything, right, 3 banks are bullish, 2 banks are neutral and are at support. The third bank, SBI, is also neutral to at support. You need a very big push on the component side to actually make the market bearish. So at this point of time, rather than going short on the market, try to see opportunities through which you can take long side trades, right? You should be able to take long side trades at support. I am personally waiting. See, now the supports on the market, right, are here. This is a support. This is a support. Okay. At support, I don't want to be directly getting into a trade at the first touch. I need some bullish confirmation for me to go long again, right? I want a bullish confirmation for me to go long again, right? Personally, see, this was the day, this was a monthly closing day, right? This is when you had open high candles on Bank Nifty, ICICI and HDFC, right? So we'll try and see. The best place to buy would be here. You would get a good, see, if you get a good swing here, right, you will have a good trend line liquidity which can be taken out and this target can be hit, right? Personally, I am not going on the short side. I would still recommend everyone to wait and take a trade on the, I would want everyone to take a trade on the long side, right? Don't get perturbed by these dips. At this point of time, market has not suggested anything for us to go on the short side. Yeah, components are also saying the same thing. Now last bit is your option chart. See, till this point is taken out, CE shorters will not come, right? And this point taken out, PE buyers will not come. So right now, if you are seeing, right, at every high, it's a sell on rise for PE, which is good for long. It's a buy on dips for CE, which is again good for momentum buyers. Again, the momentum is slow, but that is how the market is actually behaving right now. That is how the market is behaving right now. Guys, any question? Do you guys have any question on this, or it is clearly understood? Yeah, I hope there are no questions on this. Okay, so at this point of time, see, if I get a place to put my SL, right, above this point 375, I would like to go long, keeping my stop loss at 350. My targets would be 395 and 427, right? This is how I would plan my trade. Again, I am saying this clearly, these views are only for educational purpose. Again, we are not CB registered, so for people who are looking at it, right, please try and consult someone. And again, it's a risk that you are taking, right? So always ensure that you are sufficiently covered, right? So see, did you see how they are killing? See, whenever the put is hitting some of these resistance points, right, big candles are coming. Yeah, in trading view, Nick, the opening tick, right, I think I have seen there is an issue with trading view every day. Rather, I go with Zerodha for chart analysis now. See guys, it is going up 380 above. If it closes, right, it will be a rocket for again the targets that I have mentioned, right? It will be a rocket. Yes, 15-minute candle, there is an issue because of that pre-opening prices. It seems to be a recurring trend these days. Guys, did you now understand how I am analyzing the market? Why I am, see again, I now, the big part of understanding that you guys need to bring in is, if it would have touched here, right, I could have entered with big quantity because I have a space to go up. Now what is happening, market is shunting between this support and this resistance, right? It will consolidate here, move and then break out and give 44,296. Yes, Nick. Sir, I recommended 44,000 CE. I had recommended above 375, 370 rather, I don't remember, 370, right? For the targets of 395 and 429, right? The reason I am not looking at the reason I am not looking at any short side of the trades is very simple. If you see, right, market is not indicating anything on the short. Market is not indicating anything on the short till actually this point gets taken out. I am not interested in entering any short trade because I am personally seeing multiple supports will kick in. Multiple supports will kick in, right? Multiple supports will kick in. Here personally we should wait and watch and see if the VWAP is acting as a support. If the VWAP acts as a support and you have a candle which actually takes out 380, you would very quickly realize your targets are being met. How many are stuck on the short side entering at this candle? Any? I hope no one is stuck on the short side, guys. Now over here, right, if you guys understand, even if say many people have an issue that when they are entering, market is immediately reversing against them. If you see, right, if we have made an entry, which is what I always say, right, if your entry is made at the right place, market will give you time and space to put your stop loss and exit. Now here, even if I am not comfortable holding my position, I can book a 3-point loss and exit. I am not saying do it, but I can book my loss and exit. At least market is not taking my stop loss in momentum. This is what I explain to everyone, that if you enter at the right space and time, market will always give you time and space to put your stop losses, right? Market will always give, in my opinion here, right, personally, see, if it breaks this point, then I will have to exit my CE at whatever is the prevailing market price, right? But let me wait and see. I personally am not seeing a fall. I am personally not seeing a fall in the market right now. I am just waiting. Once this candle closes above this, right, you will see a good range, right? Important thing, guys, again is, are you guys getting a sense of the analysis that we are putting together? See, if you understand the way we are analyzing the market, right, if not today, tomorrow you would be able to make money out of the trades, right? Do not chase that thing right now. It is funny because market is staying up, but the option price just got decayed by 5 to 8 points, which is okay, which will happen. So we will wait and we will watch. See, once you have taken a trade, you analyzed the entire market condition and you entered. Now you have to hold your trade, right? Now you have to hold your trade. How many understood the analysis? How many understood the analysis? And see, market will never move in a linear fashion. Market will move, wait, ideally, right? If you are good at spotting the movements, right, market will actually give you a decent space to enter, and yeah, market will give you a decent space to enter and place your stop losses. Yeah, see, I'm still waiting to see what market has to offer. This candle is not bearish. This candle is not bearish. If you see, right, buying is emerging in both the candles. I am waiting to see. See, now very simply put, right, it is, the equation is simple. Above 44 230, it can go up, touch 44 260 and 44 295. The targets upside are capped, right? So it won't be very big targets, and that is where I said, and if you enter at 370, the targets on the call also are capped at 395 and 420, right? But we will have to wait. We will have to wait and see. In case it goes above 380, in case it goes above 380, given the movement upside is very limited, don't try to make big profits out of these calls. Just try to protect your profits from the morning trades that we have given, and trail it at cost to cost plus brokerage so that you don't lose your money. The candle is come for buying. This is a support, this is a resistance. I am waiting for a good strong breakout, right? Let's look at the components which are moving it. So as we said, right, IndusInd was bullish, right? IndusInd was bullish. So okay, gradually this is also taking support. I said don't short. ICICI definitely, see, ICICI not now, but probably in the end of day session, no, it's consolidating at the higher end of the range, right? Yes, Vishwanath, it is not a breakout, guys. Again, don't confuse this as a breakout. This is forming a range. The breakout will be considered only above 955. The breakout will be considered above 955. This is just, there was fall followed by a distribution followed by a fall, right? This area, once it gets taken out, this open high candle is very important. You need this open high candle to be taken out. But clearly, the who are the two guys who are leading the rally? It's ICICI and Axis, right? This one, if it doesn't fall, see, Kotak is now at support. This one should not fall. IndusInd has joined the party. If SBI supports it, right, you will get massive movement up. Right now the problem is this movement is getting restricted because we are at trend line plus big component, right? The two big components are yet to join the party. Above 952, I am seeing ICICI at 955. Axis clearly is going towards its day high, can actually break out, right? But I need someone else to join the party here. Very clearly, IndusInd could be that player. It's an atrocious day. It's an atrocious day. It will actually it will be very slow movement on the call side, guys. It will be slow movement on the call side. The reason is very simple, right? The reason is very simple. Why is this happening? You had a trending day on Wednesday, followed by a volatile expiry, followed by a volatile Friday, right? Range bound couple of days are expected. Tomorrow is expiry. I am clearly expecting range bound day, right? I am expecting a range bound day. This call premium touched 378 and came back. Had it gone above 380, I could have at least, and see, again, we did not do anything. We just drew a trend line. 1 2 3 points, right, is a trend line. This touched 380, which is where I was saying if it closes above 380 I can start trailing, right? It has not closed. It has not closed, right? Had it closed above 380 I could have actually trailed here, right? But this is fine. We'll wait and watch. So guys, on the live market, right, whatever analysis I am doing, is it helpful? Are you guys understanding the chart patterns and everything that we are doing? Yeah, cool. Role of VIX, Avinash, is it's a volatility index, right? On Nifty, so it's a volatility index of VIX. So the thumb rule is, see, there's a technical definition below behind it. I won't be able to get into the technical side of it right now because we are short of time. But the thumb rule is, if the VIX increases, right, VIX creates fear. So VIX is nothing but volatility. As the VIX increases, volatility in the market increases. That means there is fear in the market. There is fear in the market. Yeah. So the way people interpret is, when the VIX goes down, if the market is bullish, it will support the bull side players. Generally, a bearish market, right, does not come with low VIX, because bearish market means there is fear in the market, which is where people are selling. So VIX has to go up. Tough day to trade. The end of day, right, will be very interesting. We'll observe in case. See, I just, when we entered, right, I was looking at a closing about 380, right. It did not happen. So we have analyzed and taken a trade, right. So now we need to wait. Everything is in favor, but if you see last three candles, right, barring these two candles, all the three candles, right, there is buying emerging. This candle also, right, if it is able to successfully close above 44,220, you would see now buyers have given enough time for sellers to actually come and attack them and take the market down. If they are not able to do it above 44,230, right, you would see very fast move on the call side. Right, above 44,230 you would see a very fast move on the call side. That is where, see, again, you have to always, guys, a rule, right, always look at market as a game that is played between a buyer and a seller. Right, it's always a game which is played between a buyer and a seller. So it's nothing but a game which is played by between buyer and a seller, right. One person is trying to trump the other side. Now in the game, right, you have to just ensure you are entering at the right areas. You don't rush into your entries, you enter at the right areas. Now here my logic was very clear. The spot chart, the VIX and everything was pointing towards a long entry, which is where I wanted to take a long entry. Now if you see, right, HDFC is also taking a support here. Do you see these buying candles coming, guys? Just say yes in case it's you guys can see it. There are buying candles here, right? But HDFC long will only trigger after 1612 is taken out. Yeah, it's decaying the premium both sides. It's decaying the premium both sides. I am still waiting to see. I personally feel below this level, right, VIX will actually crash, which is good for the bulls. गाइज, आप लोगों को समझ, एज इन एवरी वन विथ मी, राइट, आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है जो हम एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं, ईजिली फॉलो हो रहा है, जो लेवल्स हम लोग पोस्ट कर रहे हैं, हम क्यों पोस्ट कर रहे हैं? हम पूरे दिन ट्रेड नहीं करते दोस्तों, हम एक लेवल पे आने के बाद ही ट्रेड करते हैं। हम एक लेवल पे आने के बाद ही ट्रेड करते हैं और उसका रीज़न है, देखो लॉजिकली अगर आप देखोगे ना, मार्केट में बायर एंड सेलर के बीच का झगड़ा चल रहा है, ठीक है। हमको उसके बीच में जो पावरफुल लग रहा है, पीपल हुम वी फील आर पावरफुल एंड कैन हेल्प अस get in and out with a momentum, right, we are aligning to that side of the equation, right. Premium movement depends on VIX and IV, implied volatility. Yeah, guys, I am seeing a big candle, right, above 44,230, 44,220, right here. You see, again, did you see how they kept bringing it down? But as the candle, right, as the candle formation is happening, right, do you see this, how they are trying to take up now? See, this 5-6 point is a spread. The 5-6 point is a spread. I need a closing. See, 44 217 is a candle, 220, right? 4 to 5 points is a spread on future. I am personally saying, see, these are spot charts that we are analyzing. I am saying above 44 225, if you get a closing, the movement will be fast. The movement will be fast. The important thing is how do we identify the momentum, and how do we identify, see, many people, right, they get stuck because they are looking at reversal trades today, right, and their premiums are getting decayed. The idea is, so okay, what do we teach, right? Many people asked us, right, what do you guys teach in mentoring program, because you are very transparently teaching many things on YouTube. The things that we teach is how do you identify what is the right side of the trend, right? This is just one of the setups that we are actually doing. There are 6 to 8 setups with which I trade Bank Nifty, right, with which I generate calls. The most important thing that we teach in mentoring is we sit with students to ensure that they are comfortable to take live trades, right? It's not only about teaching setups is many setups are available on YouTube, but it's important to resolve people's doubts and be there, handhold them. That is where, right, we say in our mentoring program, people's learning curve gets shortened, right? You are able to scale up that difficult path very easily, right? Many people asked it, so I just wanted to use this YouTube as a channel to respond to that query as to when you're teaching setups for free, what is the importance of mentoring session. This is the importance of mentoring session, that people are sitting and taking trades along with us, right? Also, the other thing is, see, over a period of, see, right now we have a lot of bandwidth, we are doing a lot of things for free, right? Over a period of time I want to release certain educational content, right, over YouTube and over YouTube for free, right? There are certain indicators, all those things, they will take time. So the involvement on live YouTube sessions will gradually scale down. See, don't look at intermediate movement to determine the candle is bullish or bearish. We have decided to look at a 15-minute structure. We will continue to see what happens, right? For me, the 15-minute structure is not bearish till 44,068. See, here also, right, very limited movement, right? So for me, I'm always looking at buying at support today, right? Surprisingly, today's movement, right, both call and put, and these are deep ITM calls and deep ITM puts, both are below VWAP. It says that the movement is gonna be sluggish. The movement is gonna be sluggish today. But when you look at the option charts, CE, are you seeing big red candles at certain points? No. If you see the option chart on PE, do you see that trend? The answer is yes. Personally, right, below this support level, this PE will crash. For option sellers, this PE will crash below this level. Everything is pointing to a day where you could see a long big candle coming in. I just need to wait and see this candle. You have 4 minutes. We'll see. Ideally this candle, right, if it closes above 44,225, it will be good for the call buyers. This is how the bull markets are, guys. This is how the bull markets are. The bull markets are supposed to be very painful. They don't move premiums very fast. See, they are bringing it down, but every time they are coming down, candle to candle, right, you are seeing buying emerging. For me, these 3 candles, right, are just buyers coming in. These are all inside candles, right? There is a swing here. There is a swing here. All the candles are inside it. This may, yes, screen is not frozen, Aditya ji. It is not frozen. The chart movement is very slow. The chart movement is very slow. Screen is operating. Yes, it is operating. Please guys check. Now guys, again for people who relook at some of the videos, right, just go back. When it was coming down, this was forming a solid red body, right? I said wait for the closing of the candle, right? Did you see in 2 to 3 minutes, right, again the buyers came and they are pouncing. Now if you end up getting, so many people say, right, we get stuck in a trade and then we keep averaging and we are not able to come out. Isn't the market right from, so if you would have entered at this point, right, at VWAP, is it going in a smooth manner? You are riding in a road. Is it going in a smooth manner? Is it bumpy? It is bumpy. This one, right, is it as bumpy as this one? Today both are bumpy. Today both are bumpy because it's a bullish day. Above this it will become smooth is what my understanding is, right? But if you see, is this smooth or this is better? Here at least, right, you had one, two, three moves, right? You had these three moves. 1, 2, 3. Put side mein, see this is 349 to 384, 35 point move, right? Do you see any smooth movement on the put side, right? Isn't the chart telling you that I am not interested in going on the short side? Yeah, chart is telling us, right? Chart is telling us. Now for me to actually change my view, I need some confirmations before I can enter on the put side. Call is clearly telling me that yes, it's gonna be a call day. Now here my only problem is, as the market is going high, I don't want to see this VIX going higher, right? I typically want to see the VIX going lower. So we wait and watch. See, our call is in profit. Right? I am still hoping above 44,227 it will give a good movement. Yes, it's a bullish day. ऐसे ही होता है. देखो 1245 तक वो भी एक बाइंग कैंडल ही बन गया. Now these kind of breakouts are not appreciated. These kind of breakouts are not appreciated where market continued to stay in a range. It kept touching the resistance and then the next candle only opened above. Yes, Nick, target is very small, so better to wait and watch. But again, we are not trading out of our capital. We are right now trading out of our profits. That's a big difference. Now what is the reason it's causing the pain? This guy. All the other components, these three components are aligned. These two are causing a pain, but this one is a bigger fellow to move. How many people are with me? Everyone with me? See, generally I don't like trading these kind of breakouts. For me now, this trend line will have no relevance. The reason is, trend line was not broken with a solid body. So ideally now, see again I drew a trend line, I was hoping for a breakout. The momentum play will come after this point. This point, once it, the reason guys, everyone understood why the trend line did not work. Everyone understood why the trend line did not work. There is a trend line was resisting. Next point, actually next, see, this was our trend line. This was our trend line. Did market break the trend line? Market did not break the trend line. Now next candle opened outside the trend line. Do I consider it as a breakout? No, I don't see, these are finer points no one teaches. I am doing it for free on YouTube. The idea is I want everyone who's joining the session to go back with some key learnings, right? When market does this, you don't consider this as a breakout of trend line. Rather, you can take this trend line out. Looks like rather than the trend line, this horizontal resistance is much more important. Till this horizontal resistance is not broken and closed above, right, we will not get a good move above in the Bank Nifty. Now what are my targets? My targets above 44,215 are 44,263 and 44,295. In this 60 to 80 points move, I will be able to get 25, 30, 40 points in options, right? Guys, understood everyone? Okay, let's see. Here, interestingly, on the option chart, if there is a trend line breakout and solid closing, then I can consider that. Otherwise, if that again, like the spot chart, this one does, right? I will again take out the trend line and I will move a horizontal line. Many people say their trend lines are not working. This is the reason they don't spot these things. This is where their trend lines are not working. My trend lines typically tend to work. My trend lines tend to work. It's a slow day, but we are not making a loss on our call, right? We are not making a loss on our call. I want a closing about this, guys. I want a closing about this. Let's wait. Let's wait. Now this time if it closes above 380, I would start trailing. I would start trailing because the call generally, right? I am a momentum trader. I like chasing momentum. Momentum has not come in my favor. I don't want to convert my profits into losses, right? Let's see. It's given a good consolidation near the option trend line. Ideally, once it breaks out, it should rocket up to 391. If it is not, then there is a problem in this breakout. Everyone with me, everyone understanding the point that we are trying to make. But good thing is we are not on the wrong side of the trend. Our trade is also not negative. It is still positive. It is positive by a small number. Personally, I am still seeing a bull side move, right? I am seeing a bull side move. My conditions are this has to close above. The spot chart is also saying something. The option chart is also saying something. Here, everything is aligning well for me in terms of component. Indocent could be the dark horse today. Indocent could be the dark horse today. Let's wait and see what this market is gonna give us. Yes, and this is a problem. VIX should have not given this candle, Nick. But it's still under control. Let's see. The VIX also rising, the premium should have actually moved. The premiums are stuck. It looks like the screen has got frozen. The very tight day. 40 points mein Bank Nifty has played for last 1 hour. And the 40 points is also end to end range, otherwise it is very narrow range. Guys, did you see how I am pretty sure, okay, market is giving us an opportunity, yes or no? Guys, simply tell me yes or no. We are making some profit. We are making some profit. 386, right? Guys, see, this is again a resistance. This is again a resistance. It will consolidate and break. It is painful move. If you have made money, exit the trade, sit back and relax, right? Important thing is, and again, I am not saying people are taking quantity basis my trades. Even if you have taken one lot, 16 points if you are making, you have made 400 rupees, right? Relax, right? From here you should not convert. Now what did I say? Go back and see this YouTube video. I said this put has a support here, right? What is the put doing? Guys, what is the put doing? Put is trying to take this support, right? Which is where I said exit here, because this has a resistance here, right? Here it ideally can consolidate, and probably after 1:30 or 2 o'clock it will give a breakout. Again, everyone is able to correlate with me the charts. Guys, everyone is able to correlate with me the charts. Now also look at the spot chart. Are our levels off? स्पॉट में इसके ऊपर क्लोजिंग देना था ना, नहीं दिया, नहीं दिया. नहीं दिया. विक्स बढ़ रहा है, ठीक है. विक्स ने भी वही काम किया, ट्रेंड लाइन को ब्रेक किया है कैंडल के साथ, विद इन कैंडल नहीं. दिस ट्रेंड लाइन इज नल एंड वॉइड फॉर मी. आई विल लुक एट अ दिस horizontal line. Guys, how many are able to correlate and understand? It is very, very important. See, in this one, right, even with 16 points, I asked everyone to exit. It is not one more than one, it is not 1:1, but I asked people to exit. Why did I ask them to exit? See, everything is being done right in front of you. We had drawn a support for put. When it was going live, I said there is a resistance here. Spot has to close above this, it is not closing. VIX is rising. Rather than taking the strain, I will take out my 16 17 points and exit. I will try and take another trade. Even if this trade goes 100 points, right, it is not falling in my criteria of a ideal trade. How many actually exited without keeping greed in their mind? People had entered with me. How many exited? How many exited, guys? I hope everyone was able to exit. See, we are doing live trading. We are not doing post market analysis, and we are not doing back testing. We are doing live trading, right, where I am teaching the concepts and I am also trying to move from one segment to another. It's perfectly fine, Vishwanathji. Perfectly fine, right? But in live market, importantly, what you guys see, again, I want everyone who is joining, right, to make notes, right? Because when you are not there, when someone is not teaching you live, you have to keep looking at these conditions, right? Now, for people who would have held on to this or who are still holding this, has it gone in loss? It has gone in loss, right? Now, what will happen, right? Once it breaks this range, the same people will try to average it. They will average it year and year, and call could go all the way till 250, right? Yeah. So all trades, right, will not give you the desired result. The idea is your couple of trades, right, will give you 1:2, 1:3. Otherwise, it will be like this. You got a right entry setup, you entered. But the problem is market is also trying to tell you, right, I want to hold right now. See, guys, afternoon trading is the easiest. Why? Because the movement is slow. But in afternoon trading, you have to keep scalping. Your mind should be completely devoid of greed. The moment it gets greedy, you will make big losses, hefty losses, because you will keep averaging here. And afternoon session moves into evening, end of day closing. That is where, if you are sitting on the wrong side, market will punish you with one candle. So there are two candles expected, one around 1 o'clock, the other one around 2. First one is due to UK opening, second one is due to profit booking on Indian profit booking, or whatever is the market trend in the Indian market, right? I hope everyone is in sync with me on this one. Yeah. Okay, let's look at a Nifty chart. So Bank Nifty, see, within Nifty and Bank Nifty, clearly Bank Nifty is taking a lead today. That is where I entered Bank Nifty trade. We will also try to look at our favorite Nifty financial services. I am still bullish, but I need a dip now. See, what did I say? Slanting trend line will not work because it again hopped from here to there. See, the dip could come. See, the best place to buy is, yes, the best place to buy it is around 44,170. Right? Now, imagine Bank Nifty actually was trading around 44,220. It made a high of 224. Call made a high of 387. It's now trading at 375. Isn't this 12 point an option DK that you could have saved yourself from? Right? If you have entered and exited, there is no stress. Why are you holding on to your position? I am liking this consolidation. If the market, if the call does not break 360 and 350 levels, consolidates for the next half an hour to 1 hour between this range 360 to 386, right, then it will give you one big candle which will be good enough for you to book 60 to 100 points, right, on the call side. On the call side, yes, above 44 230 there is a valid breakout. But if you see the market is trading higher, our call premium has been eaten. It is okay, it's an afternoon session. Let it consolidate between 350 to 393. After consolidation, let it break out again. Everyone with me on this one? Just give me a minute. I'll just come back. Just give me a minute. I'll just get a cup of water. Yeah. Guys, I'm back. Trading in afternoon session is a different skill. You need a lot of patience. The setups are also different than morning trades. Morning, afternoon and evening, the setups are different. Evening as in the closing session, right? All three need different skills to trade. I always tell it to traders that you belong to one of these three categories in terms of trading. I just want to go to a slightly higher time frame chart on axis because I am seeing this one is actually showing good breakouts. See, if you see this khichdi here, right? Okay, axis today, right? Axis, between axis and ICICI, one of them is capable of leading the rally. ICICI can get a, I personally feel axis will lead the rally, guys. For an afternoon trader, right, these consolidation areas are good. You have to keep marking these and then wait for your trade. I hope everyone got the logic of this put support also. It's again, where is the support being taken? On the higher end of the range or lower end of the range? The range is very narrow. It's exactly at the center. Right, it's exactly at the center. I hope nobody is in any trade right now. There are no open trades for anyone. Yeah. How many from the 47 people who are watching right now enjoy doing the afternoon trading? Anyone stuck on any calls right now? How many followed the Concord call that I had given? Yes. Volume drying up in 44,000 C is not a bad sign. Today actually we are very far away from expiry for us to be analyzing the volume and OI. See, I like this consolidation. I personally feel this will actually, if once it takes out 386, right, I'll get a good trade. That is where I am seated here. I am okay to wait and watch. I'm okay to wait and watch. I hope no one is stuck on the wrong side and people are not making any loss on the trades that we have given. Yeah. Give it time. I think both are not showing up. Wait. See, VIX is actually taking a resistance at the point that we had drawn. You need Bank Nifty spot to close above this. Let it close above this. Personally, I am seeing a grinding move. There are no selling candles in Bank Nifty. Guys, don't try to short the market. Don't try to short the market. It is not short. It is not on the short side. It is not for the short players right now. It's completely fine. It's okay to move. Yeah. It's a painful day, but afternoon sessions are very, very difficult to trade. This is the reason. The premiums actually don't move very fast. We'll wait for 10 minutes, right? We'll try and wait. In the where to enter in 44,400. Ambedkar Ashok. No, I did not give 44,400. Ashok ji, was the question around 44,000 CE? We entered and we exited, guys. Right now we are waiting and watching. See this 44,000 CE. If it okay, hear me again, guys, very carefully. In this range that it is forming, right? In this range that it is forming, I am okay with this range to play out. What I want is till 2 o'clock, right? It should not break the higher end of the range. Ashok ji, you won't get more than, okay, we are getting one entry in a session, which is good enough, right? Anything that we do beyond it, right, is greed. Be very patient for the setups to happen. Don't try to trade every candle or don't try to trade every half an hour, right? Market will not be so volatile. Again, understand the setup, right? Let it consolidate in these ranges, right? Let it consolidate in these ranges for half an hour to 1 hour, right? And then let it break out. You will get a good trade, right? Don't be in a rush to enter trades. More trades will not mean more profit. Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. See, again, I am just trying to give a psychological point. Many people who trade, right? And again, I was one of them. I used to always feel that more trades you take is always better on your PNL. At the end of the month, what I realized was higher my trading frequency, right? Higher the probability of making a loss and then sitting in the market with red PNL. So what I tried to then do was over a period of time, I tried to work on the setups. Till the setups happen, I will not take a trade. Now, one setup that we took, right? We were expecting this to break out. It did not, right? Here, the moment it took resistance, here it took support, right? I asked everyone to exit. So now, this range that it is trying to form, no? See, I'll tell you one thing. Look at this trend line also. So this put, and I'll just delete everything. This call, right, not the put, this call will continuously take support and it will continuously take a resistance, right? Now the best place for us is let it break out. In the meanwhile, this will break down, let it break out, come back and retest the support, the what was earlier a resistance, place an SL below the swing for taking another trade. Till that condition happens, no trade. In the meanwhile, what will happen, our Bank Nifty candle would have done enough to close above 44,230. That will be a green signal for us to go long. Everyone with me on this one, on the analysis? Yeah. I am personally seeing another bull candle, but it will come, ideally it can come after 2:30. It can come after 2:30. We'll wait and see if there is one trade which we can generate by 115, it's okay. Importantly is everyone understanding, right? See, the reason is you start with a spot chart, you look at, in case the spot chart is not clear, not right now. 44,500p, the good short was here. Now it's below VWAP, right, and it's very close to support, so don't short this P. See, you always start with the spot chart first. If spot chart is inconclusive, look at the wicks. Then these two combined will help you form a view, right? The third one is looking at the components. Components are telling a story. Component story, right? You'll have to align 15 minutes and 1 hour within the components. Next comes your option chart. Option chart is clearly telling you another story, right? Once you piece these three things together, you will be able to get a good afternoon trade, right? You'll be able to get a good afternoon trade. Cool. In case there is nothing, I'll wait for 5 minutes and see if there is something which is coming up. If there is nothing, then we can end the session. Importantly, right guys, we will come up with a webinar link. It will be purely for learning, not for any trading, right? It won't be for any trading. Preetham will actually roll it out. Just try and enroll for that webinar, right? It is only gonna be for learning. It is not gonna be for any trading. And this week we won't be very active on YouTube live this week and next week, right? We have to actually get our mentorship students, work with them on the afternoon and evening setup. Evening as in the end of day setup, right? These two things we will complete with them. So I want to give them a good time and space, right? So that they are comfortable with all the three timings of setup. We were working with them on pre-open and opening setup. Now I want to gradually get into the other two sides. Okay. See, when this kind of breakdowns happen, right? When these kind of breakdowns happen, don't try to short market on these breakdowns. The reason is, if you see, right, let the candle develop, you would see there is a trend line which is coming. These trend lines tend to typically sweep this, right? You would see a sweep here, a sweep here. That is where you see a hammer and a shooting star being formed on these two charts. Generally wait for, initially, right, wait for the closing of the candle to get a confirmation. Yeah, it looks like a sweeping candle. See, market is not, you have these three sweeping candles, right? Right now it's all premium decay till this level is taken out, right? There is no, even for intraday, right, there is no trade right now. Completely in between. See, many times people keep looking at the candle, and candle prices determines their mental state of mind, right? And they tend to take short. If an option seller takes short here, placing a stop loss, and then he will lose the stop loss very soon. That is what I am saying. Wait for your entries. Wait for your entries a lot. It is an interesting alert candle, but I want to wait. Okay, this has given a good move on the put side, right? Which is okay. I will wait for retest. I will wait. See again, we were all this while, right? We were waiting. Now let's see which bank has actually brought the fall. It's this guy. It's the Kotak Bank. Rest all have given a supporting role. Do not enter this trade the moment you see, because the trend line has been broken, right? This candle low has not been taken out. मार्केट में सेलिंग जैसे हो रहा है वैसे क्विकली बायर्स आ रहे हैं. क्विकली बायर्स आर कमिंग. By getting excited, if you enter, see the mark, this candle went above VWAP, right? And it's closing below VWAP. It's a 5-minute candle. This is done to entirely eat away premiums here. It is done to entirely sweep away the premiums here. I would personally want to see a 5-minute में closing above the VWAP, then the retest of VWAP for me to enter the trade. Otherwise, for me it is very risky. For me, this entry is very risky because it's very difficult to gauge the movement. Yeah, looks like a sweeping candle, but it's given a good solid body. The problem is it's not closed below. I would still say not a short. Just hold, not a short. Right? These sessions are more peaceful because the movement doesn't happen in a jiffy. Again, here the trend line breakdown has happened with a candle not breaking down. Candle actually skipping, hopping, right? You will have to exclude this trend line breakdown and you will have to look at this horizontal line. I am personally seeing this range of 40 points, right, continuously playing. Probably after 2:30 you will get a movement on the upside only, right? I hope nobody has entered on the short side. Again, we wait and see what is happening here. The put has closed above the VWAP. For me, I will wait for the retest. See, the SL is big. I am okay. You can wait for 366, buying at 366 here with an SL at 342, 24 point SL, and target would again be 417. This skipping of candle in closing rate is something that I don't typically trade. I would say don't take this PE as well. Skipping of candle, generally avoid taking a trade. You will have to wait for this horizontal lines to be breaking up or down. Guys, I am again repeating, I am waiting for this candle to break down, right? I would not be taking at this VWAP, right? I would not be taking the trade at this VWAP. I would not be taking the trade because we wanted a solid closing here below the trend line. It has not done it. These are very risky trades, right? They can reverse any point of time. Do not try to enter a put. Do not try to enter a put. Guys, I am repeating, do not try to enter the put. Guys, if you have You can, but your SL will be very big, Nick. The SL will be 30, 32, 35 points, right? It would be very difficult to take a trade with decent quantity, which is where I don't want to take that put now. I am waiting for this candle to break. Yeah. I hope nobody is trapped. I hope nobody is trapped. This is a clear cut range bound market. It's shunting between these two ranges. Let it shunt. Yeah. Cool. Guys, we are not getting any trade. There is what I'll do is, for people who have missed it, right, you can watch it from the beginning, right? Try and see the logic. You will be able to make a better sense. In fact, now if you're now your CE and everything is aligned, your level is aligned 44,222 pay, your CE will be around 368, 370, right? 44,000. Rather, I would like to now buy above 374. I would like to buy CE, because my CE is aligned with the option price. VIX, which was going up, has taken a resistance. Everything is aligned towards the CE. I would like to enter the trade on the CE side. I would like to enter the trade on the CE side. I wanted this alignment. I am seeing a good move on the CE side, right? I am seeing this to be broken out now. I am seeing this to be broken out now. It has consolidated significantly. This bearish candle without volume has taken out these guys. This had come with this is option buying candle with volume. Personally, now I am seeing a long. Good afternoon, PVC. This has consolidated well. After 230 we will see long. After 2. Hi PVG, we actually took a trade, we made some profit. Now we are waiting for this trade to actually go in our direction. So PVG, we everyone who joined just now, right, we will be scaling down on the live session right now, as we focus more on the mentoring participants for the afternoon and evening setups, right? So we'll be coming live. We'll try to do it, but not as frequently as we have been able to do it till now. Once the setups are done, then we can proceed on to becoming, no, not right now. So if you have not taken a trade, right, you can enter around 369, keep a stop loss of 350 on this call option 44,000. Everyone who has not taken it can enter it there. Everyone who has not taken it can enter it there. Did you see now market actually went up? See, to throw anything down, right, you have to actually project backwards and then you have to throw the object, right? This is what exact. So you call it as a catapult action, right? You always do this and then you throw it. If you start throwing from here, it will not go with a good gravitational force. You always go up and then throw it down. Guys who have taken a trade with me here, wait, any movement above 386 will be rapid. Wait for this closing above 386. Wait for this movement above 386. It will be rapid. If it's good 390, right, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's in a momentum, let it go. I wanted this candle also to close above. If this candle is closing, right, by 130, it should not sweep. Guys, how many saw this magic in the live market? I said I did not want to go for PE. I said I did not want to go for PE. It was hopping and skipping. I hope many people got saved. This was a good point. Prava, this was a good point to sell your option, because here you could have placed the SL of 30 points, the PE. Guys who have taken a trade with me, your 17 to 18 points are done. We made 12 to 16 points, right? We made in trade 1. Here after 400 you can then trail it according to your risk. Okay, perfect. I asked people to enter at 370 and 376. I don't know where people entered, but my idea is this is again a resistance. Exit the trade. It's an afternoon trade. The movement is not very fast, right? We made 38-40 points. People would have got a good value, right? So with that, with a successful trade, I will close the session, guys. I have to get ready for the for something else around 1:30, right? I will probably will end the session. Preetham will, as I discussed, Preetham will circulate a webinar link. That webinar is only gonna be for learning next week, right? I will try to come live between Thursday and Friday over the next today onwards, right? As we get into candlestick patterns, I will try and get these guys to take a trade in the afternoon session so that they can learn afternoon and evening sessions live with me. Yeah. Chirag, again, keep eyes open. Anyone? या ये देखो अभी ऊपर बहुत रुकावट है, ठीक है, इसके ऊपर क्लोज करेगा आपको रॉकेट मूव मिलेगा, लेकिन अभी मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप मल्टी लॉट प्लेयर हो, आप कुछ लॉट्स यहाँ पे निकाल दो एंड कुछ लॉट्स को आप कॉस्ट प्लस ब्रोकरेज में होल्ड करो 20-30%, वो आपको बड़ा मूव देगा, नहीं तो बड़ा मूव नहीं आएगा. अननेसेसरली डोंट लूज मनी, unnecessarily don't lose money. We have made, see, we gave 3 trades today, right? On a day like today, I am pretty sure for people who have, yes, good, right? For people who have taken the 3 trades with me, would have made 3 to 4% along with me, right? They would have made 3 to 4% along with me. I am again saying multi lot traders can exit here. ये थोड़ा फिर देखो, हम एंड ऑफ डे, जनरली मैं आपके साथ एंड ऑफ डे ट्रेडिंग करता हूँ. एंड ऑफ डे ट्रेडिंग में क्या होता है, मूवमेंट वोलाटिलिटी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. एंड ऑफ डे में और मॉर्निंग में मूवमेंट इज़ वेरी वोलाटाइल. आफ्टरनून में ना मूवमेंट ऐसा ही होता है. आफ्टरनून में जनरली इवेंट नहीं है ना, तो मूवमेंट ऐसा ही होता है. जहाँ इवेंट है, जैसे आज एक इवेंट था पीएमआई का, बट पीएमआई डेटा वो 62% के सामने 61.2%, नॉट अ बिग चेंज. सो मूवमेंट ऐसा ही स्लो एंड किलिंग रहेगा, ठीक है. तो इसमें आप सिर्फ पैसे ऐड करते जाओ. We were lucky enough to add 1.5% to our existing profit, right? Just because of these trades. So don't be in a rush now. Take your break now. Relax, right? Chalo, cool. I am closing the session now. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. I hope, importantly, right, you guys are learning. We got 2 trades. We made more than 30 points, 35 points, right? We made for afternoon session. That is good. Both the trades were good. They did not take out our SL. Importantly, we learnt a lot of things. Hopefully you guys could also see how my mind was working when this breakdown happened, right? I could clearly articulate that this is not looking like fall, right? This has to take out the levels, and I said this is again skipping the candle and closing, it will again go up, right? Cool. Thank you guys. I will close the session, right? Do reach out to our support ID in case you have any questions with respect to anything that we are posting there. Yeah, cool. Thanks guys. I will stop the streaming now.